We got a cool experience for you guys today because look, I'm playing with the brand new pre-production Nikkor 70-200 f2.8 version 2. This is going to be the second generation of their Z mount S series of professional telephotos. And I'm eager to play with this. We've got a great location. We've come here before. We always love visiting here. We're actually at the Yamnuska Wolfdog Sanctuary. These people do great work. I mean, they're rescuing a lot of wolf dogs that may have been neglected or not cared for by their owners. They bring them here and they give them a really fantastic place to live, but outside in a natural environment. So I love shooting here because you can effectively get beautiful shots of these wolf dogs, but it looks like you're out in the wild. So join me on our little adventure here today. We're gonna play with this new lens and try it out. I'm Chris Niccolls. This is PetaPixel. Let's see what we can find out here. So one of the things with manufacturers coming out with these new versions of these lenses is like, you're gonna wanna trade up. What do you do with the old one? Well, I could go and try to flog it, go to a private website, try to meet up with somebody in a parking lot, hope they don't steal the lens from me or have to haggle down the price, are they even gonna show up and stuff? It's always a pain. I highly recommend instead checking out KH.com because I can go on there, tell them that, for example, in this case, I've got a 70-200 2.8 Nikkor S series, the first version, I wanna get rid of it, tell them what accessories I have, I'll get an online quote, and I know that I'm gonna get a fair price. I don't have to haggle, I don't have to worry about anything like that. I can just ship it in and get that credit. It's also awesome because if I am gonna trade up to a different kind of gear, maybe other used gear, other equipment, KH will give you a trade up bonus with their Better Trade program. So I'm gonna get a little bit more money for my dollar if I trade for something else on there. So whether you're looking to trade up into other gear or maybe you just wanna get good value for the dollar for gear that you have that you don't need anymore, check out KH.com. Highly recommend it. They are PetaPixel's official pre-owned camera gear partner. So when I've come out here in the past, normally you can see the wolf dogs can sometimes be quite far away, and this is kind of like 400 to 800 millimeter lens territory, absolutely. But what's intriguing about today's test with the 70-200 is sometimes the wolf dogs will come right up to the fence line, and I like the versatility to be able to get closer shots like that. If I have a fixed 500 or something like that, I'm just too close. So that works out really well. But what about when I need to reach out? The nice thing about 70-200 2.8s, they're bright and I can throw on a teleconverter and get that range. So I've got the Nikon 1.4 times in my bag. I've got the 2 times here on lens right now. That gives me that sort of 400 millimeter reach, and that'll give me the range I need for when they're far away, but also the versatility for when they're up close. So it's always nice to see a new version, and Nikon's impetus for this new lens is really to try to shave off some of the weight and a little bit of size from the first version. This is about 12 millimeters shorter. In practical terms, it feels very similar in that way, but it is 26% lighter. They threw 3 elements here, able to remove them out of that whole formula, take that weight down, just use advanced optical manufacturing to keep the image quality while getting the weight down. And that brings this lens to just under 1 kilogram, like 998 grams, essentially half an oct. And so starting right at the front of the lens here, we've got a plastic bayonet hood with a locking switch on there. And I do also like that we got the window so that we can manipulate a polarizer. And that goes around the 77 millimeter filter diameter. Got our zoom in the front, lots of customizable rings. Right behind the manual focus ring, there used to be a digital display, but they got rid of that, and I'm fine with that. I find those a little bit superfluous. Instead, I get another customizable button, and then we do have a customizable ring here. You can set it for click stops or smooth operation. I'm using this right now for aperture. I really dig that. Another cool feature here is where the tripod collar goes. So the tripod collar is nice and slim. It's cut for Arca Swiss style tripod heads, but you can remove it completely and instead replace it with this plastic collar. And that's nice, you know, I mean, other than removable foot, this just takes the weight down a little bit further. It kind of makes it look nice and seamless, and it's a comfortable place to hold the lens. So I like that I've got those two options there. Otherwise, I got focus limiter, autofocus, manual focus control. Overall, just a really nice setup. So one of our main issues with the original 70-200 was the focusing speed. It did lag behind the competition, and that was largely due to the fact that it was using an older stepping motor, an STM motor. This now has quite the upgrade because we're now getting the Silky Swift voice coil motor linear drive that we've seen in a lot of the other Nikkor lenses coming out, and that really does improve the focusing speed. I mean, it is indeed silky, it is indeed swift. I mean, it's fast. I'm not noticing any issues. And for a lens where you're going to shoot a lot of sports, action, maybe even wildlife with a teleconverter, that extra autofocusing speed is going to be a big upgrade from the older one. So because this is a pre-production lens, we can't really test everything on our test charts like we normally would, although I'm still confident this is going to be sharp. Hopefully the photos that I'm showing you will show that. But what we can show is flare. We got this bright sunny day, and this has their new mesoamorphous coating, okay? So, you know, they've got the Arneo coat, they've got nanocrystal coating, now this new mesoamorphous coating. And when I look at the flare shots here, we got bright sun, wide open, I'm seeing nothing. No hint of ghosting. Contrast is fantastic. I'm not really seeing any sort of color fringing, but even stopping down the lens, really no ghosting at all. I can detect like a very pale color patch in the trees. You could barely see it. So this is handling bright light like this extremely well. So I found a very tame wolf dog here, very cooperative, very quiet. This is going to be a really good opportunity to test close-up on this lens because it is better than the first version. So you get very decent close-up whether you're at 200 millimeters or 70 millimeters. 200 millimeters is definitely going to give me more working distance here. You know, I've got a nice safe distance. I'm not blocking any light here. And I'm going to get 1:4 life-size reproduction now. But if I go to 70 millimeters, I do have to get a little bit closer, but now I'm getting basically oh, there we go. Substantially better there. 0.3 times magnification. So around 1 to 3 life-size reproduction. So yeah, for close-up detail shots, I think if you know you're going to be doing event photography and stuff, you want to get those close-up shots, this is going to give you just a little bit closer than the previous model. So the nice thing about having a fast 2.8 lens like this is I can shoot through all these metal fences that we have and make them disappear. But these fences in the sunlight also give us a nice opportunity to test things like LoCA. You got this water pale and stuff, lots of silver edges. And LoCA is that longitudinal chromatic aberration where you get color fringing in the foreground and background out of focus areas. Really hard to get rid of in post. You don't want to see it. But luckily, professional Nikkor lenses always do a great job of getting rid of this. And this is no exception. You can see here, no real color fringing to worry about. I'm not getting any strange colors in the highlights, so I'm not gonna have any worries afterwards. So I didn't just want to shoot on the teleconverter all day. I also wanted to get some shots here shooting at f2.8. Let's look at bokeh and what kind of softness we get in the background. And as you can see, I mean, I really like the transitions from the wolf dogs to the background. That looks really nice, but also specular highlights. You can see you're shooting at f2.8. Nice cat's eye effect, you know, beautiful kind of look, a little bit of swirl going on. There is some onion rings though that you can see inside the bokeh, but there's no soap bubble effect really to worry about. Stopping down the lens, this now has an 11 bladed aperture over the previous 9 bladed aperture we saw before. So we're getting nice round highlights when we stop down to like f4, f5.6. Overall, I'm really liking the soft transitions. This looks like a beautiful lens that renders really nice soft out of focus areas. So I like the fact that we've got some meaningful improvements on this version of the 70-200 2.8, which is, you know, a classic professional lens. The lighter weight is certainly appreciated. The faster focusing, that's huge. I'm glad that they've done that. And I'm confident this is going to be sharp, and it seems to handle things like, again, LoCA and flare very well. But this does come with a price. We're looking at about $3,200, which I know is the highest that Nikon's ever gone on a 70-200, although that does put it on par with its competitors like the Canon 70-200 2.8. But overall, this is going to be a rugged, professional, fast focusing, and very versatile lens. And I certainly enjoyed it for the stuff that we're doing it here today. So I know this wasn't a complete full review. This is still pre-production, but you know, we did get to do a lot of testing here today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions look at the new 70-200 2.8 S series version 2. And as far as sharpness goes, I'm confident this is gonna be very sharp. Modern lenses just tend to be fantastic. And from what I saw with a lot of the shots I took on the 2x converter, I'm not really losing any details, so I'm happy with that. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Do check out the PetaPixel podcast. It's on this exact same channel, or you can listen to it on all your favorite podcasting apps. As well, consider a PetaPixel.com membership. Look at all the benefits that you get. You know, it's fantastic value for the dollar, and it really helps us out with a lot of our special projects. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you soon with more on PetaPixel.